They all just can't be practicing that.
This being used on the skin, we want everything to be safe. If this stuff gets onto the wrong hands, reverse engineered by people who wish to do harm. I mean, it sounds like a movie or something, but that's the kind of thing I think that keeps me up at night.
Art like this, and then even like this one, look, you can take little pieces and shred. Look at that. One piece, two piece, like it's just breaking piece by piece. And then you break those pieces down. This is fake meat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube, man. Just do me one favor, smash that like button because y'all know it's already lit. But look, man, I got a dope video in store for y'all here today, man. Just make sure y'all paying attention and doing y'all own research, man. Don't get lost in the sauce. Get hit with the crossover real quick. But look, man, buckle up, man, and hopefully everybody's been having a good day. Just know we're going through this thing called life together. Let's get it.
So a lot of people are wondering what the map looks like that I found in my encyclopedia. So let's find out. So I have 4 books in this collection of Funk and Wagnall's standard reference encyclopedias. This is the first one that I have gotten to look at. This was, I think, last touched in 1966. So let's get into the map. So, as you can see, this is, the North Pole, and all around it is, you guessed it, Antarctica. This map has the North Pole as the mathematical center. From it, true distance to any part of the world can be measured. Such a projection shows to advantage the Great Circle routes used in navigation, which pass near the Arctic Circle. Polar projection maps are indispensable to a global-minded nation. So this is the World Mercator projection and all of its times. So a couple of things on this map that didn't make sense to me was that Antarctica was not labeled on here at all, but we know that the bottom is Antarctica because this is the Antarctic Circle that goes all the way around. So look at Antarctic Circle all the way around, and beyond the Antarctic Circle is Antarctica. If we're doing the world, we should include Antarctica. Why did it stop right here before it at 9? And all of these are not equal distance. This is A, and this is also A. They just overlap. So I took this map and I cut it up and I marked down the lines of the Arctic Circle, the equator, and the Antarctic Circle. Let's put this together. So you can see that A and Z are practically the same, they have the same time. So when you put this map together, it looks like the first map that I showed you. And we know that the North Pole is in the middle of the Arctic Circle, which goes around here. All of the times are right, and we are surrounded by the Antarctica. There's tons of different information in these books, so let me know if there's anything else that you might want me to go over.
Hey, look, you know what that remind me of? Have y'all ever seen this cartoon, this anime? It's called Attack on Titan. And I think that was kind of like, you know how they give you hints and stuff as like at your actuality, like what's going on in your current reality in your realm. These people were separated by walls. If you haven't seen it, y'all need to look it up and like kind of watch it, man. It's pretty dope, actually. But it got a wall around civilization because there were giants on the other side of the wall. They did not know where the giants was coming from and why they were attacking and eating people. but they had to build a wall in between them, and it was kind of like a treaty thing. But it gets deeper. I don't want to get everything away, but it just, I don't know, it just makes you look at things a little bit differently sometimes, man. And then when you see stuff like this, you know, like what are y'all thinking? Do y'all think? Look, I want to see in the comments down below. And I don't care. I ain't one of these people that's gonna get mad if you say the earth is flat, round, whatever, because regardless, we're all here together. I just want to know, are y'all starting to like come off your stances with this? Are you thinking a little bit differently? Just let me know what's going on in your mind. Let's get it.
This is weird. The transition of the water here.
There's another set of binoculars right there you want.
Yeah, in just a sec. I just want to get a video of this transition here. So the water goes from one state to another like that. It really doesn't work very well on camera, this transition here. Yeah.
That's why we're going 2,000 RPM to go fucking more on. We're hitting the fucking straight on current.
Yeah, must be. My goodness. What is going on? So this is current onto the banks. Must be, right? Yeah, so this is a transition from George's Bank to open water. It is tortured here in the middle of the ocean. Look, check out this water. And then in a second, it's just gonna be glassy clear. What the heck? This is crazy. What did we just go through here? That's insane.
Did you get a video?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta share. I mean, please share.
This is so weird. Over there.
The bizarre thing is there's like no change in depth. Went from like 57
What?
meters to 49,
What?
and then 50 meters here. 49, 50.
But I mean, that's like just a different world over there.
I mean, that's like...
What was that?
Dude, you have got to take photos of that. Look at that. It's that whole fucking region.
Yeah. From horizon to horizon.
I gotta see on the phone where the fuck we are.
Yeah.
I just, this is too fucking nuts. Sorry about that.
Wow. Yeah, and now it's just glassy, glassy clear.
See, I said look in the clouds, but y'all started looking at the sun. But since y'all want to see the sun, I actually did record the sun. And before I even roll the clip for the impatient people, I'm gonna just go ahead and show you the sun being leveled with the clouds. And I ain't scared of nothing that come with it. So don't be telling me like, be careful, they watching you, bro. They watching all of us, bro. Stop
Exactly.
being cowards.
Exactly. I like him. Stop being cowards, man. What's the worst you gonna do? We all gonna die. Is inhabited by slave species. Wonder who that can be. You know, like we gotta really start putting these things in perspective. People, like, these things aren't happening for no reason. And you think, man, certain people have certain perspectives, basically where they live at. So when these objects are moving, some people can see them from their general perspective where they at. So, you know, that's why you're getting all these videos of like, oh, I can see this, I can see that. And they got video evidence of it. We review these videos on the channel all the time. But, you know, it's just, bruh, what y'all thinking, man? Y'all think that, y'all still thinking that the sun is outside our solar system and we still can't explain why it's cold in outer space, but it's warm here, but the sun is closer to outer space? Like, look, they still not gonna answer that question for me. Ain't no way you can explain it. The sun is sunning out here. You feel me? And it's in here with us. That's what I think. But look, we're gonna keep going. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all agree with me or not? You don't have to agree with me. It's not gonna make my day any better.
According to a new investigation, it turns out that many of the popular fast food joints here in America are selling products that are labeled as quote-unquote chicken, but inside there are a slew of other ingredients, things like seaweed, beef, soy, protein powder, and even wood pulp. Furthermore, this investigation found that in some of these fast food restaurants, their so-called chicken products were comprised of only 60% meat, with the other 40% being things like additives, preservatives, and other different proteins. And again, these are not some random restaurants that you might have never even heard of before. Instead, these are chains that are probably within 5 minutes of your house. Wendy's, McDonald's, Subway, Jack in the Box, Dairy Queen, and so on and so forth. And so let's go through the findings of this report together. Although before we dive in, there are two caveats that I'll need to throw out before we do. The first is that this investigation was conducted by the Daily Meal. So big shout out to them. I'll in fact throw their full analysis. It'll be down in the description box below. But in so saying, we here at the Epoch Times, we did not test these food items for ourselves. We did, however, reach out to the individual fast food chains to get their comment. However, none of them have gotten back to us thus far. If any of them do get back to us after we already publish this episode, I'll throw their comments in the description box below.
Layers, even in the back. Every single piece. Like, and it's literally the same. I don't want to hear, oh, it's sliced, that's what they do. No. You can't take this apart like this, and then even like this one, look, you can take little pieces and shred. Look at that. One piece, two piece, like it's just breaking piece by piece. And then you break those pieces down. This is fake meat. This is fake. Look at that.
This is at Walmart.
Hey, and look at the fat on it too. Like, y'all know what the fat on the chicken is supposed to look like, man. But yeah, you know, they putting all types of stuff in the food. You seen the last ingredients? They said what? They put wood pulp in there. That's wild. Like, who do they think we are? Fucking termites? Like, we termite people? Like, this is weird, bro. Check your food, man. Lean yourself off of certain things too, man. Try to anyway. You know, I'm trying to do the same. I'm not perfect either, people. So don't think that Dre lives this perfect life where he just don't eat chicken and stuff like that. Look, man, I have a balanced lifestyle, man.
Walmart.
This is Walmart. Look at this.
But I'm telling you, this, I ain't eating this clone meat right here and this fake meat that they coming up with. I become a breatharian, people. The air is just tastes beautiful. Well, it's not. They spraying the skies. We getting hit from every goddamn angle, ain't we?
I can't, and it's every piece. Every piece has that. Every line.
I think chicken tenders are supposed to come like that.
No, they're not. Listen. We just about to go meatless at this point in life. So, just stop buying meat.
Of course, scientists gonna say they don't know why. This is because we're doing stuff to the water. They like the landlords of the sea. They want you out. Yeah, we're taking all the food. We're manipulating all the food. Do you understand? Look, let me tell y'all why I think the orcas are doing this. Y'all see this documentary. Look at this documentary. It's on fish. It's about fish, what we're doing to the fish. They got fish farms and stuff. They're genetically modifying the fish. The fish spines and stuff is all messed up and everything. They got crooked backs and everything. Some of these fish are escaping and going into the oceans and lakes and stuff like that and messing up the populations like the original fish. So you got a genetically modified fish that's coming out here messing up all the original fish. Sounds very familiar to me. But anyway, it's an imbalance going on within the oceans, man. These fish are carrying parasites and everything, man. And the orcas are a very intelligent species, bro. That's a very intelligent species. The dolphins and everything, they're very hip. They know what's going on. So they like landlords of the sea. They want us out. They want us out. Simple.
Get ready, 8-4 down.
Whoa.
Oh God. Gonna get the rudder? Impressive to see the orcas, first of all. Beautiful animal, but also dangerous moment for us and the team. The team reacted really well. We took down the sails and slowed down the boat as quick as possible. And luckily after a few attacks they went away. It's a scary moment. Right now we were in second place and right now we were in fourth place. Chasing those two boats again. And hopefully we can overtake them again. I'm pretty sure. But well, this was a scary moment.
He's going for it. Oh my God.
Out. Looks like Ice Cube is spilling the beans on the dark side of the entertainment industry. The legendary rapper recently uploaded a podcast on social media that took the internet by storm. Cube revealed that Jamie Foxx was jabbed by the elites behind the scenes. Cube's claims have thrown the entire world into a worried frenzy. Jamie Foxx is nowhere to be found since his unfortunate medical emergency, and people are starting to ask questions. Stay with us, guys, because we've got all the deets on this ongoing conspiracy. The American rapper O'Shea Jackson Sr., otherwise known as Ice Cube, has made some explosive remarks that have shaken the world to its core. Ice Cube recently uploaded a clip from his podcast on social media, claiming that he is not a part of the insider club that has most of the hotshots at its beck and call.
Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club.
Cube then went on to reveal that his audience is also not part of the club. You see, all the celebs that are part of the industry elites also propagate the illicit agenda to their audiences. Therefore, they naturally make them part of this rumored club.
A lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either.
Now you might be wondering, what is the deal with this club? Well, Ice Cube cracked the code on the industry elites. He explained that even though the club wants all the influential figures to be under them, they get pissed off when the big fish, such as Cube himself, refuses to obey.
What makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their club. That pisses them off.
Well, the so-called secret society has a monumental influence on its members' lives, one of them allegedly being Jamie Foxx. And the word on the street is that Jamie has been on their hit list for quite some time. Looks like the industry is loyal to no one but itself. According to ICE, all the celebs have to face this club one or more times in their career.
I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with.
You see, what people don't realize is that the gatekeepers are responsible for much more than keeping the existence of this club out of the public's eyes. So it is not out of the realm of possibility that Jamie's current medical emergency was somehow related to the Hollywood elites. You might already know that Jamie Foxx was filming his film Back in Action with Cameron Diaz prior to the death scare, but the film production was riddled with problems because of the main lead. The Sun reported that Jamie had thrown a strop over the production that has led to 4 people being sacked. A source also said, there have been some issues on set, and Jamie has had a major meltdown over it all. He demanded the problems be sorted immediately and sacked 4 of the production staff, as if that would magically improve the situation. Moreover, Page 6 reported that the Ray star is believed to have thrown a tantrum and fired an executive producer, 2 directors, and his driver. Due to all the difficulties of filming and production stress, Jamie quickly fell ill with no explanation.
They said he didn't want the jab for the, you know, and if they did that to him behind the scenes, look, they said the same thing with with Eazy-E. They hit him with the little needle, they gave it to him, you know what I'm saying? And boom. So I don't know, man. That's why, you know, to begin with, me, it's cool being like an entertainer or whatever, being an actor or whatever, but when it comes to like you know, doing certain things that you don't believe in for money, I don't believe in that. And that's why I respect Ice Cube, man. He don't have to do this for the people, man. He's already set. He could just fade away in his career, bro, and just be good. But this is somebody that's putting everything on the line for his people, you know, and I respect it. I appreciate you, brother, if you ever see this video.
In order to provide contrast, and then I'm just washing it with ethyl alcohol. And once this is done, we're going to go ahead and place it under the microscope.
And that's to get the contrast, so it's just more easily viewable under the microscope, right?
Exactly. Again, kind of standard staining techniques, but usually used for microbiology. But we're just using it for these tissue samples here. Now I'm going to flatten this out with another slide because it's a little too tall. It's pretty, you know, chunky here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to kind of flatten it out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go ahead and place this under the microscope in real time. Again, because the reason I'm doing this is I don't want anybody to think that any of this is faked or anything like that.
Right, doing the whole thing live. My God.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Oof.
Look at that graphic right there.
No, but look, this is what's in people's body. This is what's being removed from people's damaged hearts, and you can see why. I mean, my God. For the radio viewers, so I don't even know how to describe it. You got to just see the image.
Go back to the microscope image if you would, please. Yeah, help describe this for the radio viewers, but we're going to start zooming in on this, and we're going to get a lot more contrasted information. I have to refocus as we move. But what I want you to notice about this, and again, this is coming out of people who were formerly alive. People are walking around with these things growing inside their arteries and blood vessels, okay? These are massive. These are not the size of just one protein. These are like billions of proteins, and these are strands. In fact, I want to show you something. Let me zoom out. I want to show you something that's just going to blow your mind. If I grab this with the forceps here, you can see that on screen, and I start to pull, I want to show you how much I can pull and how strong these are before this breaks.
Oh, wow.
You see how they are fibrous and they are strong. They're like rubber bands.
Right, and it looks like it has the consistency of, and I hate to even put it this, but it looks like sort of like raw calamari. I mean, it looks like some sort of rubbery seafood.
Yep.
But not.
Yeah, I told y'all to stay away, man.
If you can show me the grave site.
Before that, man, let's see, people, look, y'all can't keep getting trapped in this cycle of them scaring you into doing what they want you to do. It's not always for the best interest of you. Especially people that look like me. I'm gonna be real. I'm talking to y'all in general, bro. Like right now, they scare you into traps. They scare you into worshiping certain things that you shouldn't. It's all by fear and manipulation. You know, your creator is not here to punish you or make you afraid of him and you have to be afraid. Nah, my creator, the way that I speak to him is, you know, with being yourself, you know, Your creator will ultimately know you and know if you're not being truly yourself. You're a fragment of him, right? Or her, however you look at it. They will know if you're not being yourself. So be yourself and just keep it moving, man. Stay away from this BS of y'all being y'all getting bullied into, putting yourself in harm's way. It's only so much I can say on this topic right here before they start coming for you, but yeah.
Of anybody mentioned in the Bible. Not, see, I told him about Jesus. They said, well, you ain't going to find Jesus there because he got up. Okay. Let's do anybody. Anybody. If you can show me, take me to the gravesite of one person mentioned in the Bible, I will pay all your living expenses till the day I die. I've been putting that challenge out over the internet, over the world for years, because they never existed. We're talking allegorical people. No. Never existed. See, when everybody repeat after me. Say it this way. When you don't have a past, you must create myth to supplement the facts of your existence. See, Africans did not create Jesus. Europeans created Jesus. Okay? We didn't need to create Jesus. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to end this. Why do black people need Jesus today? And I'm going to finish with this. Why do black people need Jesus today? I'm going to tell you why. Because we've been taught that we're sinners. And we were taught that he paid the price for sin. Got me? So instead of doing ma'at, okay, and listening to the Spirit pricking us in our conscience, and when we do that which we know we shouldn't, and making it right, we've been taught you don't even have to do that no more. Whatever you did wrong, it's all right. All you got to do is exercise faith in our fabricated Savior, and everything is okay. You've been justified. Justified means you've been declared not guilty of whatever wrong you've done. I'll never forget when Eddie Long actually got up and said, I am who God says I am. God says I'm justified. See, that's the program that got us messed up.
That got us messed up?
Because as a result of that mentality, we have pedophiles, pedophilia. I'm not going to start naming all the vices. You can do it on your own. Okay? And people feel that all they got to do is just confess their sins and everything is okay. That's not African. That is not our way. That is.
Hi. What did you say to me? You said.
Yeah, and we not African. We're from, most of us here in the States. I'm gonna keep iterating on this. We're from the United States. It wasn't always called this. I ain't gonna get into that, but I have to keep telling for the slow people in the back, that's a misnomer when you want to say African American. That's saying that we're not from America, y'all. So y'all got to get hip to this shit. It ain't just words for no reason. It's a reason why they keep trying to reclassify certain groups of people so that you can move further and further away from who you originally were. We're not African American. White people that come from Africa are more African American than we are. Y'all, you get it? That's a misnomer. You feel me? But yeah, we're gonna keep going though.
You read Deuteronomy 28 and you said what?
I read the whole Bible. I started when I was 5 because my mama was either going to make me sit there and listen to her read it for an hour a day, taught her to let me read it for myself. Took a while. I was a kid, King James Version. I prayed for understanding, and maybe because I was a child and I really meant it, I was able to get it. Because I started reading that everything I was reading was not lining up with what they teach you on Sunday. And I kept reading, it kept being different. And I was a kid, so I thought maybe I was reading something wrong or I didn't have some understanding. It took me a while for me to realize it wasn't about me being right or wrong. The Word is right. And what the Word says is completely different from what they're going to teach you. I'm not going to teach you what's in that book. Got to read it. I was 5, started. By the time I was 8, I made it to Deuteronomy 28. At the end of Deuteronomy 28, I remember it clearly. I read it. I looked up and I said, wow, really? Wow, this is awesome. I was like, I know the only people that fit what's in this book of who it says that the true house of Israel is, the lost tribes of Israel. They're lost. You know, they say they're scattered. We don't know who they are. I know who they are. It's
Who are
clear.
they?
It's you guys. It's
What do you mean by you guys?
the folks that were sent through the transatlantic slave trade, the folks that are still in the lands of their captivity. Israel is in the lands of their captivity. There is no creation of the so-called Jewish state of Israel in 1948. That does not fit prophecy. There's people over there that call themselves Jews. They call their own selves Ashkenazi. If you go look at Genesis chapter 10, 1 through 5, it tells you Ashkenaz is descended from Japheth, Noah's son Japheth, not Shem. That means he's a Gentile. I'm a Gentile. You know, we're Gentiles. And I mean, like, I wasn't brainwashed. I got the Bible before they do the brainwashing of the programming and try to make you think Egypt is white, which is ridiculous because it's Africa. So, you know, all that's Africa.
Right.
So, you know, I'm thinking clearly because I'm reading, I know what's going on, you know. And, like, I was a weird kid. I thought a lot. I thought about things. And, you know, my mom, she was really cool because she never taught me no kind of hate. She taught me to respect.
So what you say about the 1/3?
Okay, that Bible that's told me the truth about the fake Jews, in Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9, you know they run everything. I got to throw this in there. They run everything. The media, the entertainment industry, the banking, the world, pretty much. All the wars we fight is because they tell us to go kick ass. That's what America is. We are the Satan's military arm. And why I say Satan, Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9. I know those who say they are Jews, but do lie, and are of the synagogue of Satan. We done read they Ashkenazi, they Japheth. I mean, it's clear.
So what you say that about the 1/3 ruling the earth?
Okay, well, here's how I know that that's true. 1/3, because that's true, so the rest of it's true. You guys' story's in there, and it's all true. Lines up perfectly. It's all thing that makes any kind of sense. 1/3 of all nations will be left at the very, very end.
You said
And
of
1/3,
Israel, right?
1/3 of Israel. You guys are going to be on top, y'all.
So this is my thing. Like, y'all know me, man. I ain't shitting on nobody. It's cool. You feel me? But one thing is, if you want to read, and this is for everybody, man, and this is what it make our living situations a lot better as people all together. You feel me? We just have to stop the bullshit with the manipulation of words and really come to a complete understanding as one, as far as what it says and what it's interpreted as. A lot of people will read something and be like, oh, it's saying this, it's saying that. No, it's not. You're just trying to bend it to what you want it to say. That's what's happening with a lot of people. See, I grew up in my family, we have a church. We have a church. You know, I grew up in the church. I always felt it was something, something wrong with this shit. You feel me? But look, man, I still love everybody, man. It is what it is. Y'all out here fighting over this shit. I just sit back and watch, man. It's entertainment for me. But look, man, y'all have fun with that shit.
This footage that was taken at the White House is definitely interesting. I would say shocking and surprising, but after recent events that have occurred at the White House, I won't be using those words to describe the Biden administration any longer. Take a look.
We're the only nation that has. So folks, happy 4th of July. God bless you and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The applause is strangely timed, and then it just randomly stops. But here's where things get really interesting. While I was editing this video, my 6-year-old daughter saw this next part. And she asked me how these people are taking pictures and videos if their cameras aren't open. And it's not just a few people. It seems like everyone with a cell phone is doing the same thing. Take a look. A few of the people in the video there actually seem like they have their hands blocking the back part of the camera. I will also be doing a comparison video very soon because both Joe Biden and Donald Trump recently visited South Carolina, so you can see the difference in the size of the crowds. Let me know what you think about this story in the comments, and I'll see you soon.
they all just can't be practicing that. Not at all.
I'm so glad that I found this video again.
This curious piece of footage has been going viral this past couple of weeks. Its origins are unknown, but this version was re-uploaded to TikTok by user Redeem777. Believed to have been filmed somewhere in Africa, we can see a group of people gathered around a man standing in the water.
And
looks like some kind of ritual is underway. But take a look at what happens next.
I mean, I don't know if it's from, I don't know if this is some divine power that God gave this woman. I think it's a woman, but I'm not sure.
All of a sudden, the water recedes.
If she's in Africa, you're not sure, but that's a woman. That's not the United States, bro. They don't play that shit out there. They're not gonna have their leader, man, wearing a dress, bro, in the water. So get that together. They don't play that shit.
Usually fast, emptying the bay in the blink of an eye.
Look at this. It's already dry, like where that guy's standing. There it goes.
According to the witnesses' reactions, they believe the shaman was responsible for shifting the water.
This is some divine power that God gave this woman.
So we're calling it cloaking right now. Visible light, the wavelength of visible light is on the order of nanometers. Nanoparticles are on the right scale to sort of interact with that and manipulate. In principle, it's actually possible to get an object that will guide light around itself. The sphere is this sort of easiest shape to do. Right now we can only cloak convex shapes, and that has to do with the sharp angles. So things like spheres and even cylinders, for the most part, we can do a pretty good job with. Squares, we can do it halfway decent job with, and then when we get to things like triangles where they have the more acute angles, that's where it sort of bends the light in a problematic way. A lot of other research groups have tried to build three-dimensional structures that can do this sort of light guiding, but working with nanoparticles, we prefer to use self-assembly. And in turn, we prefer to use liquids because as the liquid dries, the particles can come together in a particular way. So by controlling the structure of the particles, we can control how they come together. Go ahead. Now, it's important to get the droplet size right since this is sort of a surface area effect, so that's why we're using this atomizer. Of course, it takes a while for the students to get the technique down. Things don't dry evenly. That adds to the distortion of the light. So we just chose to use a simple hair dryer, and it also speeds things up for the demonstration. So what future uses do we envision for this paint? I mean, of course, beyond the general novelty of being able to move about undetected, I think there are going to be a lot of applications for this. So, of course, the military is very involved. Invisible buildings and invisible vehicles. We provide new ideas, and it's society that decides, how new technologies will be used. Because, of course, we envision this being used on the skin. We want everything to be safe. If this stuff gets onto the wrong hands, reverse engineered by people who wish to do harm. I mean, it sounds like a movie or something, but that's the kind of thing I think that keeps me up at night a little bit.
Facts. Of course they got their hands in it, man. They funding that, man. Like the other technology, I mean, I've seen it before. Some of y'all have seen it before in one of my videos, but I seen it in person. But I mean, this right here, I didn't know that they had like a spray, which is wild, bro. Like, yeah. But people don't need that technology right there. In my mind right now, y'all, I can see. Let me know in the comments down below what type of crimes will be committed if you can just spray that shit on yourself. And, bro, oh my gosh. Just let me know in the comments down below, bro. We should have at least 2,000 comments about what type of shit people will be doing with this and why it's a bad idea for people to get a hold to that. That's bad.
Come here, see.
Yeah?
Once I promised you a quarter if you'd learn something.
Yes?
Do you want to earn that quarter now?
Yes? Declaration of Independence in Congress, July 4th, 1776. Within the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which has connected them with another. and to assume among the powers of the earth separate and equal stations, to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitles them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impels them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new governments, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its power in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, but accordingly all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpation pursuing invariably these same objects envisages a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and provide new guards for their future security. Do I get my quarter now?
You bet you do. There.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Message. Look, man, crazy video right here today, man. Let me know the best part of this video for you individually. You know, we all got different opinions, different ideas and stuff like that, man. But, you know, it's always interesting to see what's going through other people's mind and what they're coming up with. Because at the same time, sometimes you might see something that might change or just turn your perspective on certain things. And, you know, it's our duties, it's our jobs to figure out what's really going on in this world, bro. Because what we have to understand is most people sit back and figure that the government is over you, but in reality you are really the ones that are in charge and you have the real power. But then you will see the government speak out, like the clips that that's why this channel, bro, it's so crazy. This channel is crazy, bro. That's why everybody's currently copying what I'm doing right now. You know, you see all these people. I got a bunch of children out here. They all my kids. They my kids out here trying to copy, you feel me? But this is why we do this, is because, you know, this needs to get out here for the collective. You know, you do still have the power, people. You have to understand, they don't control you. We can control that. We say what goes. Then you got Joe Biden in the clip that I showed in the video before. It's him saying that we the people, we're talking about us here in this room. That's what he said it is. So you got to understand who people elected and put in office and stuff like that, you know? But hopefully day by day, we become a little bit smarter, a little bit better with our decision making and come together as a whole. And you know what I'm saying? We can nip this shit in the bud. But look, yo, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I see y'all in the next video. And like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And I'm out though. Blah.